2, 1, take it away.
So welcome back everyone, it's Ben Shosai, Awaken Ben Shosai for the next run, Pitfall, the last expedition with Avasam. Hello Avasam.
Hi, hello everyone, how are you all doing? Just a quick word in French first. Donc pour tout le monde en français dans le chat, la majorité de la run va se faire en anglais. Simplement parce que mes deux commentators ne parlent pas français, donc on va les accommoder dans ce cas-ci. So yeah, hi everyone. As I was saying, the majority of the run is going to be happening in English because my two commentators they don't speak French, so of course we'll accommodate them. I hope everyone's having a good morning or whatever time of the day you have on your end. So I'll
late.
Yeah. First thing first, we do have a bid war happening for Pitfall, and I do believe that Retro or Classic Harry has won by $1.
Yeah, well,
Ripper's gonna be happy.
Well, the pause, we got two donations, one from G-Virus saying ties are for suits, and the second one is another dollar from G-Virus saying, and this time to donate to the right bid war. So we got
Save the animals is hardwired into my brain. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
So-
we have to keep deleted for save the animal, right? I mean, kill the animal is so overrated. We have to save them.
So
But-
to get the costume, I just need to. Oh, I shouldn't have put that.
Yes, we have a clear winner, so it's gonna be Retro Classic Pitfall Harry.
Yeah, me
We'll
too.
play
Sometimes I
one
need to go back to the main menu. I can only input the cheats in the main menu. I accidentally went past it. So while I input the cheat code, I'll let my two commentators present themselves. You can go ahead, guys.
After you, Joe.
Oh, wow. Thank you. All right. Well, hello. My name is J-Man W. I am the current world record holder in any percent and 100%. And I'm very excited to be sharing my opinion on this run and helping Sam commentate this. And I'm also joined by Ripper, who I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah. Why did I let you go first? That was totally. Well, I'm second. I really should have gone first and then go. And this is the world record holder. But you know, yeah, I'm second in both the above mentioned categories. So pretty much number 1 and 2. I did hold the world record last month for 2 days before Mr. J-Man took it away from
Just
me
a
once
small
again.
victory.
For the
They were
second
great 2
time in my
days.
career.
All right.
I
So
was on top of the
I'm-
world.
yeah, I'm ready to go. So on countdown, and we'll start the run. So on 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Let's see if I inputted the code correctly. I should have. It said cheat accepted. Yes,
Oh, well, no.
Oh yeah, there
Oh,
we
no.
go. The glorious
I want to say it.
Retro Harry.
I'm so glad this won.
This is what you guys wanted.
Yes.
Hey,
Everything
good thing.
up through. Okay, so hardest boss in the game first. As you'll see, Harry doesn't have a health bar, so
Yeah, and basically the entire boss fight. To be slightly quicker, I do have my input display on stream. So to be slightly quicker,
Yeah, you do.
I am moving the joystick slightly, but it's possible to do this fight by just holding straight forwards, jumping, and spin kicking.
if the camera's nice to you, yeah.
Yeah. Let's try don't
Okay,
nip it like
so-
right at the start.
You're gonna see for the first bit of the run here, you're gonna see Sam going in a ball, rolling and jumping, which is getting hit by monkeys, which is the fastest form of movement at this stage of the game over long distances. You'll also see some punches thrown in, which it's a bit weird. Punches are really good for instant acceleration, but over long distances, rolling and jumping really builds some momentum. And our first major glitch of the run here, if Sam can hit it, there we go.
Yeah, that was called
Want to
a
explain triple jumps to us,
triple
Jay?
jump.
Sure, I would love to. So, triple jumps are probably the earliest sequence break we get in this game. And what you saw Sam do there is when you're in the rolling stage, if you jam forward on the control stick abruptly and then you jump just a hair after you jam on the control stick, Harry will essentially you'll get 3 jumps from Harry. And this lets us sequence break very early. Like you saw back there, originally we need a power called Rising Strike, which would get later in the game that would let us get that kind of height. But instead, we're able to use this triple jump mechanic to skip right over that.
We're just about to get another one here.
I'll go back on some more technical details on the triple jump, but first I really want to explain something, what we're doing in this run. The whole point of the game is that we have an arch enemy, which we want to stop from doing bad things, you know, bad guy does bad things. But later down the line, Harry will learn that there's an even bigger battery guy. There's an even bigger battery guy who he needs to stop. To learn this, Harry needs to do a sneak mission. And to do the sneak mission, we need to basically just trigger a cutscene flag, which we're gonna do in like literally 2 minutes. So once we have that cutscene flag trigger, we could run straight to the sneak mission and then straight to the final boss. However, no, I don't need to do him. Oh, that's sorry. That was like old routes.
Old route, yeah.
Yeah, old route stuff. I'll go back on this right afterward. So yeah, we could do the sneak mission immediately, but upon exiting the area, we would get soft locked by a door we need to blow up with TNT. And the worst part of it is that we actually exit the sneak mission with the TNT.
With the TNT, but you are soft locked inside.
But you're still soft locked on the door.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, everything we'll be doing, like a good 20-25 minutes of the entire run is entirely dedicated to sequence breaking and going as fast as we can just so we can get the TNT.
Exactly right. So the first, I'll say the first 10 or maybe not even, maybe 7 minutes of the run, we're hitting a required flag, which activates a level for later. And almost the entire rest of the run is dedicated to getting to TNT as fast as we possibly can.
Yeah, so what I was going to mention about the old route is that there is a faster way to do the temple area I did. However, it's a really finicky triple jumps, and I opted to not do it in a marathon because I could lose up to 2 minutes of just trying it and failing. So instead I went up the oh nice, another trap. So instead I went up the temple to activate the lever as intended. It's just out of habit. I also went to the shaman due to the old route. Shamans in this game simply allow you to exchange idols against some new power-ups.
Oh, there we go. First major out of bounds of the game here.
And that's a little bit more technical than it looks like, but not too much more technical. He basically just walked through that wall.
If you hold it forward at the right angle, you just walk through the wall. There's not much going on there, guys. A lot of places in this game, you hold at the right angle, you walk through the wall. It's a game that's held together by, I think it's a Cerulean quote, a guy in the Discord, and he said it's held together by chicken wire and cardboard or something like that. Ooh, very tricky clip here.
Yeah, I'll try to get it. If I don't get it, it's fine. That's good. That's... Yeah, I got it. Okay, nice. That was really sketch.
Oh,
nice.
Ooh, that was sketch. But you're in. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. If I didn't get it, there is a backup I can use.
There's a few backups now, yeah.
Yeah, that loses 10 to 30 seconds depending on how fast I get bit flip. It is a bit finicky. But for like newer players, we do have a ton of backups for a lot of strats in this game.
Absolutely.
And one of them was right there. We could go up to the shaman that I accidentally went up to. Unlock his skill called Smash Strike, which makes going out of bounds much easier.
Do you know what is not losing time?
What is?
Donation. What else?
Right now is a great time for donations.
It's actually a good time to vote a scroller.
All right, well, we got a donation from Decapa316, $5 saying donation train. And Moyman follow up with a $5 saying $5 donation train. Hi!
So that.
And I forgot this morning and that my neighbor will hate me for screaming like that.
Just tell him
I thought it was a lot
NoReset, it's more important.
I just want to point out that cutscene was very hilarious to me. Retro Harry talking to the native guild there.
He just
Yeah.
kind of stands there.
So this was the cutscene
Good
flag
job,
we were talking. This is so
Yes, so
ridiculous.
that was the cutscene flag. When you're talking to the native guild there, the name of, because I haven't watched the cutscenes in this
Nikkei?
game for a decade.
Nikkei.
That is the cutscene trigger. So now we are getting to TNT as fast as we can, the most direct route we possibly can, and that involves some fun. Honestly, that involves a lot of fun.
We don't see much difference between old school Harry and the other characters, right?
Yeah, it's a slight difference.
Yeah, we almost don't see the difference. Almost.
And this really is donation money hard at work here to see these beautiful graphics brought to life.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is pretty much the pinnacle of graphics in the GameCube PS2 era, obviously.
So that low point we hit earlier will come into play towards the end of the run,
Yep.
and that really will let us do the mercenary camp, which is the sneak mission later on.
I discovered like literally yesterday, if you stand on that rock, you can actually do a rising strike without edge grab. So I tried it.
Ooh.
Failed.
Gotta avoid the ledge grabs. Gotta save that 1.5 seconds.
All right, so sling shots
A bit random.
are a bit random. So even if I
Yeah.
do have the perfect aim like I have right now, I just have to wait for it to hit eventually. Sometimes I kind of hope that I miss aim and it still just shoots.
I like that little tree bounce.
I like
there.
that too.
That's nice. Yeah.
Is that not what the tree bounce you guys do?
No, I do a different one.
I just
Oh,
dropped
really?
it down.
Jay's boring. I
Yeah.
do the fun strats.
Avasam strat.
I mean, in
this
your own
is-
tutorial report, you say try to hit the branch, so I tried to hit the branch. I guess
No,
we're
I
talking
tried to
about
hit
a
one on the
different
right.
branch.
So this is another
Oh,
big
torch
glitch
game.
that we're seeing here. The next two rooms have a big cobweb blocking the door. And traditionally how you get through this, I like that instant camera swivel. Traditionally how you'd get through this is you need to collect the torch item to burn away the cobwebs. But as you can see here, we're going to be using two out of bounds. This is the first one.
Nice, it's fine.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
This is the first big run killer.
Yes, so this is probably the spot that a lot of people pick up the game and go, how do I do this? It's not as scary as it looks, I swear.
It's really
is,
not. It's just a matter of getting used to where you're allowed to stand and not, and trying to find a good setup that allows you to work the same time, to work the same way as much as you can. It's got the tree jump.
Oh,
Yeah, I got the tree jump.
tree jump? Yep, do you get the tree jump?
If I
very
miss that, I
nice.
can just roll flip on the tree like I did the
Yeah, I
previous.
hate that clip. Man.
So the top of this is going to look very scary. And
It's gonna look
It
like
is.
a performance high wire.
We can promise as runners that this is more doable than it looks, but
All right,
Oh,
nice first try. Even got the high platform.
good job.
right, well done.
Good
well
job.
done.
That
Yeah,
can be very
that's-
scary if you fall. And
Absolutely.
Sam just did a great job with that.
That is a lot harder than he made it look.
Especially in
Oh,
America.
yeah.
But also a lot easier. Don't get too scared, guys. Don't get too scared.
I
Yeah,
think that.
I think the main reason I fail it now is when I jump too soon or too low.
Did
I
I
just
hear another
don't-
donation? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I was about to say, I think that performance deserves more donations. I mean, if we want to reach that
Absolutely.
6K milestone.
Absolutely. Open those wallets, guys. That was a hard trick he just now in first try. This man deserves it.
All right, so now a much easier trick that I
A little.
almost
little
fail more
skipped
often.
It's not too bad if you fail this one.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh,
Nice.
And this trick really abuses a fact about this game where they're very generous off the ledge, like many
It's-
platforms.
Yeah, it's called Coyote Time, I
It's
think.
called Coyote Time. I was gonna say bullet time. No, Coyote Time. You're completely correct. Very, very generous, and especially when we get the dash technique, which we'll get in a minute or two here. Very, very, very generous. You can basically walk on air a lot of the time.
Yeah. And the skip we did right there on the tower, it doesn't skip too much. It's really just you're supposed to go inside the tower and pull a lever to turn it around. skip that. That's like a
And
30-second time save, I think.
It's probably more than 30 seconds because the tower you just have to click the lever and just wait. And decent RNG in that room. That was good.
Yeah, you can really get hit hard. Like some enemies in this game can really unlock you or hit you 2-3 times before you're able to do
There
anything.
we. So Avasam just grabbed an Explorer Idol, which is the currency in this game. That's going to be required for a move we're going to buy later on.
And we'll give a moment of silence here because this part is.
The dark room.
I
Now,
think I'm on the ledge.
A problem with this game is it is very dark.
So I just noticed something. I'm not supposed to be seeing Harry right now. So oh, that's really bad RNG.
Oh no! Did you get?
Yeah, I got killed by the bats
That's
and I
really
did
rough.
not get stuck. So that's just
That's really
insanely bad luck.
And you're right. You're not meant to be seeing Harry there.
So that cave that you see in the run is a feature of this route that we use because we skipped the torch item. Normally you'd pull that out and be able to see the cave normally. The
And,
developers didn't
kill the bat.
platforming. However, because
Oh
we
my
skipped
God.
the torch, it's very difficult in runs.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna survive that cave again. I'm having really bad.
Oh no. There is a little bit of RNG in this run. You have to grab the Explorer Idol again, I believe. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
the room resets.
Thank you. I
Just-
do have a
just,
backup
just
save
backseat.
just in case I do forget about him later.
I'm just backseat gaming. You don't worry about that, guys.
Alright, when you die, the entire area resets.
Correct.
Now all the scorpions are going to be on me.
Scorpion shouldn't be too
Yeah.
bad as long as you stay airborne. The bats are the bad
So
one.
I'll explain the mechanic here. The reason I died again is the bats, they damage you based on 10 on. So I was just very unlucky the first time I went through that cave because I don't know, bats just decided to attack me a lot. And then I was not going to hold that. This is basically a gauntlet.
Two hits is okay. You can get
Two
away
hits
with that.
is fine, yeah.
That's alright. Don't be the idol.
This. Jump. Use the pillar. Jump.
You know, it
Jump.
becomes serious when some counts in French.
Alright.
Did you remember the Explorer Idol?
So basically when you die here, that's a run reset. I never had to get the idol again. Oh my god, how am I supposed to do this escape backwards now?
Oh no! Oh no!
It's like, we'll improvise. So what I'm doing right now is I'm punching a lot, because when I'm punching, I won't fall off
You
them.
might,
So
you
by
might go over
punching,
ledges when you're punching.
yeah. So by punching, I'm actually going to go out of the cave and get some help. Can I? No, I'll be stuck with the.
Nah, it'd be a bit slow.
I will say I'm impressed that you did that backwards. I've
I'm
never done
impressed.
that backwards in the dark.
I've had to when I was routing some things.
Just to explain to people that might not know the game, you forgot to talk to the guy in the rock, so you have to come back, and now you're going back through the
Yeah.
dark, no?
Oh god, there's no pillars to help me. Okay, great. So right there, I use Coyote time to know I started falling and jump over the hole. There's a
Yeah, good.
ton of visual and audio cues I can use
Yeah,
here.
because the camera kind of pans down when you do it. I think having Harry visible was probably helped you a bit there.
Oh yeah, for sure. In runs, you wouldn't have Harry visible like that because obviously you don't use cheats in
At
runs.
least now we have dash. So that rolling and jumping is gone now. We don't need to do that anymore because we can just run.
This is the
Alright.
fastest way to move
I got
the
help,
game.
everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that part stressed me out. But
And
we're good
monkey
now.
temples.
We're good.
Okay, is this the new? This is the new strat.
Yeah, this is the new one. I'll let you guys explain.
Credit to J-Man.
This is one of my
finding
only
this strat.
contributions to the community.
So normal what we have to do here is we did
Nice.
to get out of bounds on this wall and then do some kind of tricky platforming to get to the top. But as Jay found, you can just abuse mechanics and abuse weird walking mechanics, I suppose, and you can just grab the first ledge over the left straight up, and with no need to clip out of bounds. So that has sped this up and made it more consistent, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah,
So
what we
credit to Jay for that one.
what we used to have to do was try to clip inside a wall, which was angle precise, timing precise, and RNG depending on an animation.
Not RNG. There is a cycle, so you can only get there's 2 cycles. You can only get on them. It flips back and forth between them.
Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, it's random.
Yeah, it feels random. Although I think technically it may not be. But that just skipped. In this game, there are 3 temples where you turn into an animal and have to go through a bunch of shenanigans, and we just skipped the first one. And that, compared to normal gameplay, saves a ton of time.
About a minute, I think, in the overall time, because it does change the route a little bit to make it a bit slower. But I think it's about a minute when it all comes down to it.
Yeah, about more or less.
And
Also,
we won't even get close to the other 2, really.
Not anymore.
once out of bounds, we also have to do a triple jump where we risk bumping, hitting on the roof, and falling down. It's hard.
And the second explorer there, just before.
So now we have 10 idols, which will be enough to buy a skill we'll need later. We'll but when we get there. However, I do want to mention something compared with the PC version, that that alternate strat for the Monkey Temple skip that Jay found is what made PC viable.
We're doing diveless. I'm so happy.
Yeah, of course we're doing diveless.
This is the most recent, I guess, really modification to the route in which we skip.
Oh. Alright.
Got it.
There's a huge loading zone there that I was actually into, but loading zones in this game are unidirectional, so by understanding how it works, I can
really
more
weird.
easily avoid getting into it.
And clipping that load zone loses a fair amount of time, so that was great to miss.
You kind of got to jump over it and around it. It's a really awkward one. But good job on avoiding it there.
I've lost runs to that.
So what we used to do here is go and grab dive, which I guess I'll explain in a second because it's a bit easier to see. We used to go grab the dive, which is just Harry just kind of dives out as you're running. And the reason we grabbed that is because we got a weird ghost torch item. So Harry would be holding a torch and we'd blow up the gunpowder.
Oh wow, what?
What? What?
That might
that
be due to the
was-
model, yeah.
I've never
That's completely
seen that.
normal, and we always do that.
I've never seen that.
That might be due to the model.
I'm gonna have to forensically go through that footage. And
So this is
Geyser. Yeah, go for it, Joe.
Yeah, first try.
Skip. Oh, beautiful.
I mean, second
So this
attempt
is
on
a
the
huge
setup,
skip.
but first try.
And by clipping out of bounds, Sam did great getting that first try, because this is a very intimidating thing later in the run.
It's the second huge run killer.
Normally you would need TNT, which is the last item you get in the game, which is where we're going right now, to break the ice on that geyser. But by doing this out of bounds, we're able to cut through most of the snowy levels and skip straight to TNT.
Also, this is an auto-scroller, so if we have any donation, go ahead. Otherwise, you guys can
Can
keep commentating.
A minute and 30 seconds.
Well, we don't have any, but I still invite people to give generously for the Equal Justice Initiative. And they are trying to reach the 6K milestone for the Mario Kart Wii category extension, and it's associated with Bid War, either the item rain, the outside drifting bikes only, the off-road only, or the carts only. That is the category and station that will be picked if we reach the 6K. We have to reach the 6K, so please give generously for the cause.
Zero price,
So-
have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Very high risk, very low reward.
I got a little nervous when I saw that.
With
Oh, it is that.
with early geyser, just pointing it out, it skips having to do 2 whole areas in the game from memory, isn't it?
And those are
Jay would
big
know
snow
more than
levels.
me. Big snow levels, big cavern. We used to have to go do caverns, which is a long level. You used to have to go do all the mountains, which is a long level. That skip alone, I believe, saves 15 minutes probably. 10 to 15 optimally.
And that was found, shout outs to Gary.
Gary, actually, we were actually wrong because it's early guys at TM. It is the only skip in the game that is
So
trademarked.
while I
sorry
do
about
some
that.
very random spin jobs and
I
probably
wrote
lose
this
up to 2 minutes, I'll let you guys talk maybe about the Discord a bit.
Sure.
As we do
The
some
community.
spinches, a bit of RNG here, very RNG dependent spinches. But go on about the Discord, please, Jay.
So, if you're watching this game, you say, "Hey, this is really cool. I didn't even know they had a Pitfall since the Atari, and you'd love to try and speedrun this." We have got an awesome community on Discord. So, if this is all interesting to you, and we're not just into speedrunning, we also have glitch hunters and just people that remember this game and enjoy watching it and playing it. Go check out our Discord. You can find us on speedrun.com. It's Pitfall: The Lost Expedition. Come check out the Discord, watch some runs. We're very welcoming, and any questions you have about stuff you see here, we don't have time to explain everything, but we'd love to help you more on the Discord. So look forward to seeing you there.
Do you have the link not far for Discord, or?
I absolutely have the link for the Discord. Should I just drop it in chat, or where should I?
Yes, you can rub it in the chat, no problem.
Absolutely.
Way to be prepared, Ripper.
Absolutely, I came absolutely prepared. Oh, yes, okay.
So brief report on what you guys are seeing here. We used the idols that he collected from those explorers to purchase breakdance. Normally you're supposed to kill these spinges with pickaxes, but since we're skipping that item too, we use breakdance instead. And as you may have seen throughout this fight, there is a high level of RNG in this fight. So Sam did a good job though of getting through that, and now we have TNT.
Yeah, it wasn't
We finally have
great,
TNT.
but it wasn't the worst I've had.
No, I've seen worse spinges. So there are 2 more objectives in the game. First, we need to go to what I'd probably call the penultimate level, which is Excavation Camp. Now, we hit the trigger to activate Excavation Camp way back at the start of the run. Now we've got the TNT, so we can open up the level and go to it. After that, then we just run to the final boss and beat it. So 2 more things to do.
I'll take this save by backswing.
Tricky platforming in Penguin Den. This is what it's saying is a fairly new addition to the run. So with Monkey Temple Skip, which is the one where we climb the wall and skip the temple, if you try and go back the quote-unquote regular way, which is the way we came here, you will soft lock on a door.
I'd just like to mention, I wanted to show something to Jay as well. There was actually 2 jumps I did that Jay didn't do in his world record that makes Penguin Den faster. First, the big alligator ice block you can just run over without jumping. And then the very last jump, you don't need to try and hit the small block and fall in the water and try again. You can just jump right over.
Imagine losing 10 seconds for that.
You did too.
Yeah, I don't have to imagine. It's tough.
Suboptimal world record run, trash world record run. It's free. World record is free, guys.
It's free. Come beat it.
Free.
Oh yeah, so
Anyone's for
free.
taking if you can jump over a penguin. That's how free it is.
It's like the one thing I can still do faster than world record. I'll take it.
Don't you love that? Don't you love it?
I mean, I don't, but
Ooh. Okay, that's fun.
He almost jumped
And
up.
you can see compared to earlier how much faster this level is with dash. Like it is so much faster than rolling and jumping. Like
and that really brings up an interesting point because we have found routes that are more direct now. Oh, you're doing caves again.
Yeah, but much easier this time. Oh my god,
I
I
respect
fell down.
I respect it.
I
Should have jumped.
Someone
Push
that
down caves.
Someone in the chat answered to the invitation for the word. It said, I swore to never play as Minecraft Steve, so I'll leave it to somebody else.
Well, Nate, just so you know, there's lots of options other than Minecraft Steve.
There is.
So yeah, I decided
you can
to
play as the
became-
token female of the game. You can play as the final boss, I believe is a code.
No, you know, the guide actually says Puska, but when you look at the model, it doesn't have the same war paints.
It's just
And
a
it doesn't
main,
even have the
isn't
same
it?
hair.
Right.
So yeah, I went to the caves again. You can go to the scorpions, but recently I got really tired of like scorpions RNG and decided that at these caves, if I make an error, it's my fault. And seriously, it's about as fast.
So
And what you just saw
welcome
Sam do there really represents why we've been doing this whole run. He used TNT to blow up that wall, which is really the only reason we get TNT. And then as he walks into this room, because he's able to move to the excavation camp, that only happens because of that cutscene we hit earlier in the run.
So welcome to the Metal Gear Solid portion of the run.
Enjoy all 2 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Or
Is it
more
an
if I fail.
actual sneak mission?
So this is shout outs to Scruffmuff on the Discord for finding this strategy of normally you have to go through a painful several minutes of sneaking around.
Yep. You have to sneak around, get all the items in order. It's no fun.
But why sneak when you can swim?
Exactly right. Swim out of bounds in the air. This game's not well put together. I gotta be real.
So that's skipped probably about 90% of excavation camp, and now he'll be running around collecting the last couple items he needs in these tents.
Yeah, for those who played the Chrono Trigger, the section where you lose all your items and you have to collect them, it's basically that. This guy can teleport all week. Ooh, almost didn't hit him. So it's basically that, and just like in Chrono Trigger, if we don't pick up all of our items, we actually lose what we don't go out with.
Yeah, you can't get these items again.
It
Once
means
it's done, it's done.
it means don't let your belongings being everywhere. So you have to gather them.
Yeah. In the regular game, there's no way, like casually, there's no way to get out of here without all of your items. But since we skip a bunch, we only take what we need to get out of here. And
Yep. So this is, as a point, this is the level when we went earlier in the game and hit that with the swimming section and hit that flag. This is the level it activates. If we didn't hit that flag, when we entered this level, it would not be in the what is called the night state. So we wouldn't be able to do all this and trigger the final flag to activate the final boss.
yeah, it would be in the day state,
required flag.
which is what it is right now. And as you may have noticed, in the day state, there is the TNT. We can actually go out of bounds, get in this zone during the day, get the TNT, and stop clock right here because you get
TNT.
stuck on the door with the TNT in your hand.
It's really cruel.
You know what's more cruel than that? We've actually figured a way I think it was called Saint Yeet.
Saint Yeet. Best name ever.
We can get the guys at the entrance of the temple to throw their TNT really, really far. But the TNT max range is feet away from the door.
It's millimeters. Really.
The developers are just shaking their finger at us.
I bet you they knew. They knew that I'll break the game, but we'll make it the max distance just before the door.
You know, really, when you watch this game being speedrun, you can just tell the developers knew. They knew
They had to have known.
I tried
that
to
wall
do
was meant to go through.
Yeah, I tried to do a rising strike right there on the ladder so that I don't have to like slowly climb it. However, when you're slightly in the air, you can still punch, but you can't rising strike.
We hate ladders in this game. They are slow. They are evil. Okay, very nice. So what we're doing now is just running to the final boss,
Basically, yeah.
and hopefully we can have a good push up.
Hopefully.
Hopefully there's no trolley ghost RNG.
While we just run back, I'll want to talk a little bit about version differences and all of that. So
That is definitely your domain, so please go
yeah.
ahead.
So in the past month, I probably should have been practicing a lot more and all of that, but I've been really, really focused on glitch hunting, possible reroutes. We found like 2 new skips that were really, really, really close to producing an entire reroute of the game. Like, we're talking seconds slower, but they are harder. And also exploring the PC version. As I said, the PC version has only been confirmed like valid for speedrun since like what, 3 weeks ago? So I've also been practicing the PC run a bit and just investigating all the difference, you know, looking at all the differences between load times and all of that. Right now I've started a huge spreadsheet with all the consoles because this game has actually been out on GameCube, PS2, Wii, and Xbox, which allows us to play on with backward compatibility. That's PS2, PS3, GameCube, Wii U, Xbox, and Xbox 360. So yeah, this game is still
everything.
yeah. This
If
game
you
is
have a
still
console, there's a good chance it plays this game.
You may recognize this final boss if you watch the whole run. This second to final
Wait,
boss.
am I having deja vu?
Deja
Yeah.
vu.
What's going on?
So basically, this boss, he's a bit faster. When he's at half health, he's going to be. Oh man, I could stop that. Well, not stop block, but yeah, stun block. Avoid, punch, punch, no. Avoid, avoid.
Let him double. Yeah.
I think Sam has something.
Punch him?
with
Yes,
that.
okay, got it. No, he's super aggressive in this phase. Okay, got him.
Sam has
No.
something with cats, with Lion Kings, and now that tiger.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're the Lion King runner.
Oh god. Okay, so as I was trying to sing the second half of his health is super aggressive. What I would normally try to do is just spin kick immediately, but if as soon as you fail, it starts getting hectic. Like
Sorry,
really hectic.
The cutscene got to me. That is a very good first hit. That's Ripper
Wait,
strats, so
nope.
I approve.
I forgot. I'm supposed to go on the other side, so I'll go here instead. Okay, that's fine. I was fast enough. So basically, Puska will always do the very same like movement in the air, and by knowing that, we can abuse it by knowing exactly where he's gonna go and aiming the pillars early.
He, as a point, he also spawns in the position where you hit him every time.
Okay, at least he's... Oh no, I missed. Okay, so now the fight is going to be slow. Yeah.
Now
So I was
it's a bit
supposed to
more
hit a
urgent.
lot more to the right, but I missed aim. And
You
now,
see Rising Strike here, which gets more height on the pillars. That's all. That's the only reason you're doing it.
yeah, now
But
it's
really, it's difficult to get these pillars to hit, and with very tight timing, you can get the first cycle, which is the fastest
now.
way. But even the slightest off aim, and this fight takes a lot longer.
This should be good. Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Alright, so I waited for him to be a lot lower before the fourth phase, because at the fourth phase, not only can he stun lock me, but he goes way higher and it's like almost impossible to hit him. So I'll try
Yeah,
to
he
hit
can
him
do-
really early, but not too much because I could soft lock right there.
He could.
Oh,
he can
no,
do
you're
this with
kidding.
Lava Fade.
Come on! Okay, we got it. Sorry, time. I totally forgot to call it. Time.
Time. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to call it.
Hi.
We were a little. That was our fault.
Yeah. Alright.
So it
Very
went
nice job, Sam.
34 and 43 seconds.
34.
That's a good time.
34.
That's
Yep.
Okay.
Nicole.
yeah, that's about the time of when one thing goes wrong in the run, and I think
Yeah.
at least pinches were slow and just got.
I gotta be honest. I think you lost the one when you got. That
Oh right, yeah.
But when you did cave backwards, that's a pretty good time.
When you did that one level 3 times, at 3.5 times, I reckon you lost a little bit of time.
You know, I may have lost a little bit of time
Lost a little
there.
bit.
Oh.
And this is just a
What
horrifying
happened?
sequence we're
It's a
watching.
long story.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
So this
makes
girl,
all the
we've
worse.
never seen her the entire
We've
game, but
never-
she's dead.
This
We
is the
kissed her.
first
She's
time we've seen
alive.
her.
You can't talk. You
Also, there's a talking tiger.
maybe
Or
you should
leopard.
She's in the
or
game too,
whatever.
yeah.
You know, don't question. Let's just skip
This
it.
game does have a story, we promise. Just didn't really get to
that-
see much of it.
I'm just gonna say that's very weird.
That is.
All worth it.
There's so many things that we're doing with this cinematic.
I'll do a few shout outs to the Discord guys, specifically Mallory, Cerulean, Chill Shaman, Gary, Dave, anyone else that I missed or if I missed you. Come join the Discord if this game looks interesting. We're very friendly. You don't even have to run the game. There are almost all of those people I just named aren't even runners. They're just glitch hunters. They just love the game.
Yeah. We've got people like extracting models and textures and doing cool things with them,
That
some
too, yep.
animations. Yeah, we've got a bunch of cool people from a lot of different backgrounds.
Absolutely.
And like myself, even I've been working on for the PC version. I've been working on an auto splitter so that it's much easier to play it. I've been like I made an infinite jump hack just so that we can explore. Seriously, this game just for the sake of exploring and seeing where you can go is absolutely great. The story is very subpar, but if you ignore the story, the game is just as good.
That's very generous.
Smash A through those cutscenes and you're good to go.
Luckily, you can skip all the cutscenes.
Yeah, so we've
Alright.
been investigating
Sorry.
this game a lot. The speedrunning community right now is very, very active and it's very welcoming. Things are still moving. We're still discovering new things, and yeah, it's really great. One last
Okay.
thing before we go. I'll let Jamin plug something. I know that Jamin and Ripper have been working on post commentary on Jamin's latest world record, and I don't think it's out and like available yet.
Not yet.
But as soon as it is, I'll share it in the NoReset Discord. You guys can go and see that, see what like a very top level play of this game can look like. There's so much more we can do, and I think we can still bring down the time even lower with, especially with PC version.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sam, for this wonderful run full of pixels and strange things. But it was fun. Very good run. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And-
It's always a pleasure.
And
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for having me there. Hey, it's good to have world records to see that everything goes fine and that Sam does it properly, because Sam needs to be guide. No way. Sam is a great runner. Sam is a great
I
runner,
think
and it's
that.
fun to see you run something else than Lion King.
I've been running other things. Don't you remember like great games like Eminem
I know.
and
I commend you,
Eminem.
Eminem. So yeah, I know what it is. So we're gonna transition for the next round. My Morphin Power Ranger, the movies on Sega Genesis. I must specify not the SNES one, because Master Freds will hate me if I say the SNES one. Since apparently Genesis is the best. So stay tuned, and we're coming back soon with Master Freds and the Power Rangers, the movie.